Good evening. We're going to talk about the group work, where I'll start by giving an introduction where we're going to be talking about research, and I'll begin by talking about research approaches and research designs. And in research approaches, we have qualitative and quantitative approaches, where in qualitative approaches, it highly talks about thematic analysis, where thematic analysis is the data collected through interviews, and quantitative approach, it talks more about statistical analysis and meta-analysis, where meta-analysis is the data collected through sampling a large collection of people. And that's all I could say about the research methods. And coming back to research designs, research design, it is a strategy for answering your research questions using empirical data. And during your research design, you have to make a decision, or you have to tackle points like the research objectives, meaning that before you even have to conduct the research in the first place, you have to know what the objectives are. You have to clarify if you're going to rely on the primary or the secondary data. In the research design, you also have to state or name the sampling methods you're going to use when you're conducting the research, and the data collection methods you're going to use. Either it could be an interview, or the use of a questionnaire, focus groups, and very many more methods. So that's all about the research methods and the research designs. So I'm going to welcome Claude to proceed to tackle on the following points.
So thank you, Alan. I'm going to talk about variable and hypothesis data. So variable are defined as an attribute of an object of study, while hypotheses are a statement that can be categorized used as categorical data. So variable data has two types of that, which are quantitative data, which present number, amount, and quantitative data, which present groupings. While hypothesis has some steps while developing them. One is asking questions. Second is do some preliminary. Third is formulate your hypothesis. The fourth is define your hypothesis. Fifth is phrase your hypothesis in 3 ways. The sixth is write a null hypothesis. The second is validity and reliability. So reliability refers to how consistently a method measures something, while validity refers to how currently a method measures what intended and how to intended the measures. So reliability has some types, which are test reliability and internal consistency. About validity has also some types, which are construct validity, content validity, and criteria validity. So thank you. Let me welcome another one to proceed.
Thank you, Claude. My name is Jimmy Gawanziza. So I will proceed in sampling. First of all, sampling is a process of selecting a group of people who is going to participate in your research. So after identify the data collection method, maybe you've chosen that you use primary data, depending on the type of research you want, or primary data or secondary data. As my friend explained, primary data is the data that is going to be collected at the first time. I can say that it's like first-hand data. Then secondary, as it explains itself, it's secondary data that you collected from the other researchers. Also, there is qualitative and quantitative. So, on quantitative, it deals with numbers, on statistical numbers. Then on qualitative, it's like opinions from the different people. So after identifying the research method you will use, you select what we call sample. So we select sample basing on different types of sampling. As we have different types of sampling, first one is probability sampling. So on probability sampling, it is when we select randomly from the population. It means that every person in the population, all the people have the equal opportunity to be selected. So also the probability sampling has different types. I can say that like simple random method, where you select, you pick a person from the population or from the sample. Then a systematic sample is when you put like numbers on different to the people. Then you put some intervals while you're selecting. Maybe you say I will select 1 and 3. You jump to. Also there is stratified sample and cluster sample. So the second type of sampling is non-probability, where they depend on criteria. For example, if I want to do research on a kind of people, you set criteria that you will depend on while you're selecting sample. So that means all people are not, they are not have a equal opportunity to be selected. So that's all that I have to present. So then I can welcome my other friend, Patrick.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. My name is Patrick, as Jimmy said, and I'm going to present about the data preparation and data analysis. Firstly, starting on the data preparation. In data preparation, it's all about preparing the data by removing the outliers or other unwanted informations, like like for example, when you have a form that you send to the people, there are some people who are lying, and then you can remove those kind of information that are not needed. And then we also format the data in the format that it's suitable for the analysis. And then in the analysis, we start analyzing then the data. Like for example, if the data is all about statistics, we start analyzing statistics, and we say that maybe 70% of the people say this, 80% of the people say this, and then after gathering those information, is where then you start presenting the information you get. So I can welcome my colleague to continue with what you prepared.
Thank you. I'm going to talk about the writing up method. A writing up method is like how you present your data, or how they collected the data. It's like a simple report. After doing all the things that my colleague said, you have to write up a report and write the method of data collections, how you present them, and how they were interpreted. And there is ethics in research. Here there are ethics in research means when you are carrying out your research, you don't have to record people or interview people who doesn't want it, or you don't have to lie about your reasons. You have to be ethical and if someone said you don't show my name or something, you have to obey them and have some morals while doing your research. Thank you.